And on today's episode of Marvel Bros, we're going to be covering uh, some Godzilla posters, some Justice League Snyder Cut posters, some Suicide Squad posters, some HBO Max Series castings for The Last of Us and Warner Bros. Flash movie, and a lot more. So make sure you guys tune in for all of that because it's a jam-packed episode today. And also, man, we are live right now on our website with this same thing, www.marvelbros.com. You can check out our merchandise. You can donate with all proceeds going to what we do to better things here for you guys. And you can join our Discord that's at the top right-hand section of our website, as well as in the description of this video. Man, I don't know. I feel like this is a normal runtime for a Marvel movie,
Yep,
2 hours and
I agree.
13 minutes. That's not too, I don't feel like that's anything too serious. That's not
Mm,
anything, like, oh my goodness, yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? It's nothing to really go crazy over,
I
but
agree.
it is something that's still, it's pretty good. I'm juiced about it.
Mhm.
I'm juiced about the movie. I just wish we didn't have to wait a year and a half for it. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree. I
um,
agree.
but hey, what can you do? So I'm happy we're gonna get it finally. 2 hours and 13-minute runtime for Black Widow is not bad at all.
Yep.
I just can't believe we still don't know who Taskmaster is. I will forever send kudos to Marvel for that
It's
because
shocking. It really is.
it's I can't believe that they kept it a secret that long.
Like how many people, like literally all non-essential personnel were kicked out of this room. None of the actors probably met this person. The
Literally,
only time they saw him was probably with the mask on. So they
I was about to say that he probably
like
always was in costume.
so I don't know. Like we know stuff about other movies that we've watched before, like they've come out, but like this is one of those things where like we just don't. So like their level of security um, is intense.
I'm happy that we're going to get this movie.
Mhm.
Everything that I've seen from the trailer so far have been amazing. Like,
Mhm.
right, like all of the falling from the sky, all of that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm so juiced to see Red Guardian's role in everything.
yep.
I just want so much from this movie. You know what I mean? Uh, and I can't wait to see how it ties into the Disney Plus shows. That's really what
I
I'm juiced
agree.
about more than anything.
I wonder, and again, we've talked about this possibly happening before, but the implications that we'll see in Falcon and Winter Soldier, because I think that's where we're going to see
Mm.
uh, maybe possible implications for Taskmaster, because we're supposed to get Black Widow promptly after, right?
I don't.
Because
That's what I was about to say. I'm not sure what is the new timeline on everything now
I think
that
I think it's May something.
May. So
Yeah,
we're back to May. Okay, because I remember I was a little worried
oh,
about it. We
May
were worried.
7th, May
May
7th,
7th. Okay, yeah.
May
So
7th.
I remember us being worried about it because we were like,
Mhm.
is this gonna harm
Yeah,
the timeline of understanding what's going on?
yep.
Because they said everything was kind of supposed to coincide with each other.
Mhm.
So I'm interested to see how that plays
Yep.
out. I guess you could say.
Yeah, yeah, because we'll get Falcon Winter Soldier and then Black Widow. Um, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah.
So let's hope it goes well. I mean, obviously we're watching WandaVision. Every episode, seeing uh, that lost signal or standby picture at the end of each
Yeah.
episode is quite frustrating at this point, to say the least. Um,
To say the least, I'm over it, bro. I'm
uh,
over it. They're talking about you seen the meme where it said hour long episodes, 30 minutes to show, and then 30 minutes to credits. I was rolling. Remy said that
yep.
one to me yesterday. I was like, yeah, man, because every, we've got, I don't want to say we've gotten more. It's like we've gotten just as disappointed as we have happy with each episode. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? I don't know if that's what they wanted to happen, but it
definitely.
is. Then they are succeeding exquisitely because
Yeah,
I'm going crazy with this with the anticipation
yeah.
of what's actually happening around here.
Yeah, and maybe it's because we're just so used to binge watching, like with Netflix and stuff. Like we're just so used to not having to wait every week, like before.
Yeah,
But I
I
don't know.
agree. No,
Awful.
I agree completely with that because I think it would be. I think it might have been a little better if we were able to watch
Feet.
all of it
Yeah.
at one. You know what I mean? Just in
Yeah.
one go, just kind of take it in because there's no doubt in my mind that we would still be continuously watching it. But at the
Mm.
same time, it has brought us, the ability to come together on these Thursdays and watch it every week. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it does bring some type of normalcy to something. But at the same time, I kind of wish we could
Yeah.
binge watch it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I can't wait to binge watch it when it's all out.
I
You know
know.
what I
Me
mean?
too.
That's the best thing to do.
I'll have to make a whole day out of it. Barbecue.
Facts.
Everything. Great weather's coming up, so
Literally. Yeah. Barbecue and WandaVision.
Yep. It's gonna be legendary.
But legendary. Legend, wait for it, dairy.
Yep.
But coming up next, man, Marvel Studios is actually working on a Wakanda series for Disney Plus. And this is actually going to be directed, I believe that's the word I'm looking for, by
Mhm.
Ryan Coogler, who
Yep.
is the same person that made the Black Panther, and he is also making Black Panther 2.
Yep.
So I believe this is going to be something amazing. And bruh, I don't even know. Initially when I heard this, you know what I thought about?
Hmm.
Is I thought about that show on Netflix that like won all those awards about Queen Elizabeth.
Crown.
Crown, yes,
Hmm.
that's what I thought about. But I thought about like the Wakanda version of
Yeah.
Crown, and I was like, I am so down for that on
You
every
know,
every level, bro.
I haven't watched Crown, but I
I
kind of
haven't
get the
watched it
gist
either.
of what it is.
Exactly.
I'd be kind of down for that. That'd be kind of
Yes,
cool.
that would be kind of dope, right? You get the whole exploration of royalty, how it works in that, on the inner workings of Wakanda. I think that
Yep.
would be awesome. I think that would be awesome.
That'd be awesome, especially looking about after what happened in the first Black Panther, and then
Mm,
and Thanos happened. Just to see all that unfold would be awesome.
yeah.
Um, and it's interesting too because we really don't know a whole lot about what's happening next. We have a lot of theories, a lot involving what's his name, Fantastic Four villain. I can't
uh,
think of it.
Doctor
Doctor
Doom.
Doom.
Yeah.
Um, we have theories involving him, his like I think android like person that he helped make. I forget her name, or Dr. Von Boris. It's like the girl version of Dr. Doom. I don't remember her name.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. That he like treats like his daughter or something
yeah,
like
we
that.
have that person possibly being involved. Maybe him starting a war between Atlantis and Wakanda. So we have
Yeah.
a lot to look forward to. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's definitely true. And I would love to see the tensions between Wakanda and Atlantis in Crown.
Yeah,
Like in the Crown type of Wakanda show. You know what
that'd
I
be
mean?
really cool.
Like we see them go at it and we see the
Hmm.
tensions raise and then eventually kind of maybe that's where we get the introduction to Atlantis. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? This is where we see it for the first time because they're introducing it in the way of a political stance rather than, this is something that we're fighting against these people for. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I don't know. But if they take like the kind of Star Wars approach with the political thing, you know what I mean? Because Star Wars handles politics beautifully. Uh,
oh,
they
okay.
they they handle politics beautifully in Star Wars. Like you understand what's going on, you understand what everyone is fighting for. There's not a lot of questions that you need to ask. They
Yeah,
let you know what's happening and what is leading up to this battle and why we're even here in the first place.
yeah,
And I'm hoping that they kind of take that kind of approach with the show.
I agree. I agree. Um,
Oh,
moving on.
but first, before we move on, make sure you guys drop a like and a share on the stream because it helps out so much. You don't even understand. So we would love if you could drop a like and a share on the stream and get this out to all your friends and peoples and
Yeah,
whatnot.
definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the support, helping out the channel.
That's
Um,
right.
moving forward, this was a shock. I wasn't expecting this announcement at all, but he's also on the show. I don't really know who he is, but Adam Hugill has reportedly been casted as Rintrah for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and this
Rich.
is and he's like a Minotaur type creature,
Let's see.
um,
Big
and I believe he's in the comics, so he's not new. Um, this actor's also not in a lot. Honestly, like looking up some photos of him, there's only like 2 or 3 photos of this guy, and that's it.
What is up with Marvel getting all these?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, where did they find these guys? Like, they're just
but
like,
also he looks very familiar. He reminds me of the guy from Number Seven, or it's a book.
mm.
I forget his name, but
Oh,
I think the movie's Number Seven. I'm not too sure, but his face looks very familiar. Um,
no, he's unfortunately not in the big book of Marvel.
yeah, but he's a Minotaur. I'm not sure what implications he's going to have at all, but we'll have to see.
Man, a Minotaur. That's really, if that's the case, they're really going the distance with the mysticism and fantasy and magic with Doctor Strange. Really letting us know kind of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this is gonna be a movie filled with magic, and you know what I mean.
Yep.
This isn't gonna be, oh yeah, he has superpowers. Oh, he's a god. Like, nah,
Mhm.
man, we're going full blown like magic system in the MCU, and it's coming really apparent with that in WandaVision.
Definitely, I agree. Let me see if I can find something on this new character. I completely. Let me see.
Yeah, I was trying to look him up in the Book of Marvel, but I didn't see a Rentra.
Hmm. Let me just do a regular search real quick. Let's see.
Okay, it says he's an intelligent being from the extra dimensional planet of Arval. He resembles a green skinned minotaur of Greek
Mhm.
myth. Rentra's magical potential somehow brought him to the attention of Initharmon the Weaver, an
Mhm.
other dimensional sorcerer. He took Rentra in and began training him as his apprentice. Hmm.
Hmm. And apparently, we first see him in the comics when he entered the Earth, Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange. When Strange asked him to repair his cloak of Leviathan, which had been torn in battle.
Levitation.
Levitation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whoa. So that kind of makes sense because his cloak was shredded in Endgame, or
Yeah, because
yeah, Endgame.
Thanos ripped it off of his.
Ripped it off his hand, so it's damaged right now.
But is it damaged though? Because I think in that happened in Infinity War, and I think in Endgame he had his cloak of levitation back.
I don't know if it was damaged though. That's a good point. That's a good question because if it is
I
damaged,
think,
then
yeah, because if it is damaged, then that would go right along with what.
yeah, that'd be the perfect segue as to like why they would be bringing in that particular character. I don't see what other reason why they would bring a Minotaur. But then again, it's the MCU, and they like to throw us curveballs every now and then. So
It says he
um,
possesses superhuman strength and endurance.
mhm,
His horns and hooves can be used as weapons, but he prefers not to use them as such.
mhm.
He's moderately powerful at magic and has potential to someday become as powerful as Doctor Strange and Nitharmon the Weaver. The full repertoire of spells remains unknown, but he has
Ooh.
such effect as dimensional travel, altering his appearance, projecting his astral form, firing bolts of mystical energy, and erecting shields of mystical force.
Wow, this dude's a legend then.
Yeah, he sounds pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Um, I'm curious to see if they're gonna bring him in as like a young version of that character, or like
Mhm.
an old ancient version. Because it'd be kind of cool to see that type of power on like a Young Avengers type of thing. Maybe
Yeah, that's true.
that'd be pretty cool. Maybe they choose to
Maybe
go that route.
like the father figure type thing that
Hmm.
that looks over them,
Yeah.
that cares about everyone and is like trying their hardest to like make sure
Hmm.
everything is good. Yeah, that would be. I would
Yeah,
like that. Man.
that's pretty cool.
We
Unless
need
it's like,
that type of figure.
mhm.
Figure. So
Unless he's like an evil character who just happens to be good at repairing stuff, and people come to him to like repair stuff. But
That's also very possible.
So we'll have to see. Also exciting, obviously. Not a whole lot of Marvel stuff, but it's always cool to get news like that. So,
I agree completely. But
all right.
let's move right on to the next one. We have some new images from Suicide Squad that have officially been released. Let's see who is all pumped for this movie, yo, because this thing is amazing. Oops, my bad. So here we go. We got Peacekeeper. Isn't that his name? Peacekeeper, I believe that's what his name is.
Uh, let
Peacekeeper.
me. Yes, yeah, that's Peacekeeper, and I don't remember. Is it Bloodshot? Is that his name?
Bloodshot.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
Bloodshot. Peacekeeper and Bloodshot.
Peacekeeper and Bloodshot.
And I think they just started possibly filming for this already.
Cool.
If I remember right, if I saw a post, there's a whole picture of the whole cast. They're starting to work on getting the show ready.
Oh,
I'm excited, but I'm curious as to why Peacekeeper. You know, obviously it's John Cena. He's pretty cool, but
yeah.
besides John Cena, like, what's your purpose? Oh, bless
Whoa,
you.
whoa. I wasn't even ready for that. Excuse me. Thank you.
But what do you think though? I mean, because again, you know, Peacekeeper did come kind of out of the blue.
Yeah. Wait, I think I'm gonna sneeze again. Oh
Dang,
my goodness, my bad.
pulling the knee over there, Jesus.
Man, for real. What did you do to me? But I don't know, man. This is when I see this as well as Bloodshot, I kind of feel like Peacekeeper is just going to kind of be that Captain
Mhm.
America role type
Yeah.
of person, you know. I
Mhm.
think maybe they saw the success of the boys with Super Captain America Man, and they wanted to, kind of do their own thing with that,
Definitely.
and then everyone loves Captain America. So if you just put those two together, and you got like this badass that's
Mhm.
fighting for justice, but he
Yeah.
really doesn't care about anyone's lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, and I think we also talked about him actually being kind of like their Deadpool character in a way,
Yeah.
also. So they're kind of getting three for the price of one. You know what I mean? And I think that's a good. I think that's a good idea for them.
It's pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they do with him. Um, is that what he's supposed to? He's like a hero who obviously oh yeah, I'm here for peace, but I'm gonna kill anyone in my way, type of thing, like, or
Yeah,
anyone in threat of peace.
yeah,
Okay,
basically.
'cause I'm
I,
trying to
if
figure
I'm
out.
not mistaken, I think because I remember we went over his
Mhm,
character
mhm.
breakdown like the first time he had popped up, and that's what I'm remembering from it. Is he's just basically an all around just badass.
Yeah,
But at the
psychopath, but
yeah,
obviously he's there for peace.
yeah, like he's Captain America, but he's very Deadpoolish with everything that he does.
Yeah,
So I'm down for it, especially if he's on the Suicide Squad. I can only imagine. He looks like a goofball with his outfit, though. That's one thing I
yeah,
can say. His outfit is freaking hilarious. I don't know. That's one thing I like about Marvel is that they will update some shit. You know what I mean?
mhm,
They will update what a villain or hero's outfit looks like, and DC's gonna stick. They're gonna stick to they're gonna stick to the
yeah,
grind, bro. I feel it, but at the same time, we gotta
yeah.
update
Like,
something.
yep, we're gonna do it. DC's like, we're gonna make it look good. I know, we're gonna
Yeah,
make it look good. But
yeah.
all right, what do we got coming up next with
We are another. This is a better look at that.
that same interaction?
Yeah. Um,
Okay,
just
okay.
looks like they're kind of arguing maybe about what to do next.
Yeah. And again, as far as the story goes, as far as we know, they talked about how Suicide Squad's being put in place to help like Marines invade an island being
Mm,
held by, I don't know if they were terrorists or the Russians, and they
okay.
actually have to go in and take back the island for whatever reason. I'm not sure. Um, and because again, a lot of the stuff we've seen is in like a jungle type environment, so we'll have to wait and see what it all means.
Hmm. What do you think it means?
I would like to see the Vietnam type interactions. I think that'd be really cool.
You
Um,
always go for the war
yeah,
scenarios, though.
I think it'd
You're a
be
war movie buff, brother.
I think that'd be pretty awesome. I think it'd be interesting in terms of like to see how the heroes interact with other soldiers. We don't really see that. I mean, I have seen it in comic books, but the only other place I've probably seen it in is in Watchmen. You
Mhm.
see like Doctor Manhattan, the comedian, and a couple other people fighting along the Viet Cong in the Vietnam era. But besides that, we haven't really gotten a whole lot, especially from Marvel.
That's probably
So,
why you like Wonder Woman so much. The first
mhm.
one is because it's very coinciding with like the war and what was going on.
Yeah,
She's kind of in there getting it in,
yep.
uh, and I can say that is a good. It's a good movie for that reason. And I think Suicide's. I like the first Suicide Squad. Like that's
I
one of
liked it too. Granted, it had its issues, but
it had its issues. Definitely, I will not argue with you there. Um, Kind of sad to see Will Smith not return as Dead.
yeah, that does kind of suck.
And I think that's why they're putting Idris Alba in there as Bloodshot. I think
Yeah,
is because they kind of want that. They need that assassin type person probably.
yeah.
And
I'm
Will,
assuming they have the same skill set, right?
I'm assuming they do. Just
Yeah,
kind of like maybe Bloodshot's just a little different. Not so much as a with the range. Maybe he's up
yeah.
close and personal with it, but still, an
Hmm.
assassin of some kind.
I
Assassin.
agree. I agree. All right. Do we have any more photos, or was that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. What's happening here? Wow. Ooh, this one, I like this one. I want to see what's going on here for sure.
Yeah, I'm curious too because this is one of the ones or this like scene was one of the things they highlighted during like the whole announcement of this during DC fandom.
Mm,
Um, and I think they're walking onto a beach, low key, like, and then it's all the waves kind of
yeah.
coming up, and I think that's what's happening, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree though. It's kind of like what you said with the whole the Viet Cong type thing. You know what I
yeah,
mean? That's kind of the vibes that I get from when I look at this is like,
yep,
are they pulling up on the shores of the battle? You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
and it kind of looks like they just kind of busted up out the water. So I don't
hmm,
know. I don't know if they got a submarine or something or
hmm,
what's going on. You can tell that they purposely made this shot very hazy because I don't
hmm.
think they've kind of perfected the CGI on a lot of the characters and whatnot.
And I
So
think that's all. I think there's more characters, so I don't think it's all of
damn,
them.
there's more suicide. There's more than this. This is
I'm pretty sure there's more than that.
four,
I
five,
don't think
six,
that's
seven,
everyone.
nine. This is nine people.
I could have sworn there was way more than that during the announcement. I could be wrong.
It did
Um,
seem like that announcement trailer that said everyone's name was super long. It did seem
yeah,
like it was super long. Maybe we get like a Deadpool type
yeah,
part where everyone kind of just gets smacked, and then
yeah.
it just narrows down how many people are
Hmm.
actually there at that point. I think that's something that we might see because there did seem to be an abundance of characters, and I doubt they're going to be actually able to like build on them.
Yeah,
And first Suicide Squad, remember the dude tried to leave and he got his head blown off. So
yeah. That was.
might see something like that happen to a couple of
Hmm.
characters throughout the thing or something like that. That was crazy when his head blew up. I was not ready for that at all.
Yeah, I again, he was a random character, so I see why they did it just to make sure that they understood how the gravity of their situation.
Yeah.
So I think it was pretty pivotal in terms of the story. I thought it would be really cool if it was someone that we actually knew, though.
Like
Rather than
a little bit more.
yeah, so that rather than someone who climbs walls or
Yeah.
doesn't even climb, just uses a zip line type of technology. But like, um, but yeah,
Yeah.
moving on. Let's see. Netflix has revealed that a Skull Island anime series is in the works, and it's actually a part of the MonsterVerse that we're going to be getting with Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh, Snizzle Fritz, what?
So
So
I'm pretty excited for this.
okay, so this is my question to you, and I'm pretty sure
Mm,
you have the answer to it.
okay.
Do all of these movies exist in the MonsterVerse already? Like Godzilla versus Kong isn't establishing this MonsterVerse, right? Like,
Oh no, it's been around.
okay, so like all the Godzilla movies that we've had, and then all of the King Kong movies that we've had, like from a certain point, have been leading up to this point of
Yeah,
Godzilla versus Kong.
yeah.
Yeah.
And even the Mummy, like the newest Mummy, is technically a part of the same universe.
Really?
Yep, that's all part of the MonsterVerse.
That's pretty awesome.
And I think there's a couple other movies that are newer that are a part of it as well. But I think it's for now. I think it's just all the newest Godzillas, the latest Kong movie.
To your
Um,
knowledge, have they ever mentioned each other?
in Godzilla,
Like, do they mention each other? Like the other movies, like does Godzilla mention Kong at
they
all?
mentioned like Skull Island. You see pictures and stuff here
Oh,
and
okay,
there.
okay. That's
Yeah.
dope.
With the Mummy, I think you might see some stuff. In the Mummy specifically, you see them connecting other old school horror movies like The Wolf and The
Oh,
Blob and other stuff. Um, but I don't know about Godzilla per se and the Kong, but I know you see other stuff throughout the other MonsterVerse that hasn't been released yet in terms of movies.
oh my goodness.
Oh,
What's
but
out again?
but I'm excited. Obviously, they haven't really. Uh, I guess you could say the word I'm looking for is. I feel like they jumped the gun with the Mummy. It didn't do very well, so the MonsterVerse was kind of seen as like a dud. But with the latest Godzilla and the newest Kong, they've kind of revamped themselves, maybe changed the direction in which they're going. But I think they're redeeming themselves with the Kong versus Godzilla, and so we'll go from there. See how it goes.
Definitely, bro. I can't wait to see what they have up their sleeve for the MonsterVerse. No doubt, Godzilla versus Kong is like start a new phase of things to happen in
Hmm.
the MonsterVerse. Um, and this is another thing that we might have to go back and do like a MonsterVerse day of
Yeah.
watching everything and kind of getting a
Hmm.
vibe for it. I think
Yeah, I
that would.
agree. And in terms of the anime itself, I'm curious to know when's the time frame, whether
Yeah.
that be like the time frame between the events of what happened after the first Kong
Go
movie
like
and
like
King,
up to
yeah,
to
leading up to this movie,
ooh,
or
nice.
the aftermath of that, or it
Okay.
just might be a couple of scientists on the island doing research, trying to survive while amongst watching Kong, leading up to the latest events or after the events. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Either one, I'm fine with.
Yeah, I was about to say either one of those seems like something that I'm down for.
Hmm.
Monster movies are always amazing. So
Yeah,
being able to see Godzilla versus Kong for real fight, that's like Hulk versus Wolverine type. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So
definitely.
that's going to be amazing to see. I really hope they do not waste time with a lot of the human interaction or story,
Yeah.
so to speak. Like,
Hmm.
I would like it if they use these movies to show the big fighting and then like went into these animations to focus on more of the human side of what's going on.
Definitely.
Hopefully that's like what they're doing because that would be amazing to see.
Hmm.
Because I understand that the monsters don't talk in this universe, so it makes it
Hmm.
difficult to kind of establish why they're feeling the way they're feeling. So they have
Hmm.
to make all this elaborate science of I just know this to kind of make it make sense to
Yeah.
moviegoers and us, people like us who are we're gonna dissect what they say to see if
Hmm.
it makes sense. So I feel it, but I just want to see them take like that approach to let the movies be movies, and then in that show kind of expand on everything to not
Yeah.
waste any precious time.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah. And there was something else I was going to add. I totally blanked on what I was going to add. Uh, but there's also not like we have more than just Kong on Skull Island too, which is another cool aspect. Like in previous movies, we see dinosaurs, we see T Rex.
mm,
We see obviously the skull creatures that we see in the Kong movie. Apparently, they can get really way bigger than the ones we saw in that movie. So
oh,
maybe they'll come back. So it's exciting in terms of
it's
what's
so
happening.
it's a world of opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. The anime style is going to be similar to. I don't know if you watched the latest Castlevania show or
Yeah,
is it Castlevania
with the vampire.
with the vampire Dracula and like that style of anime. That's going to look like that, from what I understand.
That's gonna be amazing. It's
Yeah.
probably
So
gonna be gory too. That's
yeah,
probably gonna Oh yeah, that's probably gonna be nice.
So I'm excited. It'll be an exciting time.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm here for it. Hashtag binge watch. um, but yeah, yo, that's amazing news. Netflix always has some good stuff too, so I'm excited to see how they do it. I honestly thought that it was going to be in a kid type animation when we first talked, like when you first said it,
Hmm.
and like just now what you said has me even more hyped for it.
No, yeah.
TVMA. But yeah, yo, and then moving right along to this next amazing announcement, if I do say so myself, something that me and Battery were definitely talking about that we wanted is that Justice League Snyder Cut has officially been rated R and is confirmed to be 4 hours long,
It's
man.
gonna be the longest movie I've ever watched. So
Oh, literally. I think the longest movie I ever watched was King Kong. That came in like 3 hours and something.
yeah,
I don't think Endgame is longer than that movie, to be
that's a
honest.
good point.
I think King Kong is like one of the longest
I think
movies.
it's like 3 hours and like 20-something minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Literally, it's so
Yeah,
long, and it's not a drag to me either, to be
yeah.
honest. So I'm super juiced for this. I remember
Mm.
when we initially talked about it. They had said that it might be four separate parts that
Episodes,
put
yeah.
out, four separate episodes that you could kind of watch, as you wanted to, or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
I think this is a far better thing, because we're definitely going to get together, watch
Yeah.
this like Super Bowl, get some wings and shit like that, get everybody together and watch it, man, and kind of take that, watch 2 hours, get that intermission, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then go right back to watching the next 2 hours
Mhm.
and like kind of understanding what's going on. I'm pumped, man. These trailers are making everything look beautiful that
I'm curious as to if they're gonna be having able, like, I wonder if the movie's gonna be go 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 go, or if they're gonna have
Mm.
have moments for us to actually be able to decide if we want to have those intermissions. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if like
Yes,
with
I
it's like,
do. I mean, think about it like this: if we were watching, I think Endgame, and they wanted
mm,
to put like an intermission in there, like a good place to have that intermission would be like around where Hulk, where they meet Professor Hulk, and
yeah,
he's eating breakfast in the place. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
around there would be like a good time to be able to pause it, and then all right, let's
mhm,
go,
yeah,
eat, or not eat, but let's go take a piss, let's get some more
yeah.
snacks and come back and then watch it again,
I agree.
and keep going. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some moment like that in the movie somewhere where
Mhm.
we can kind of feel
More
that.
of a funny moment, not necessarily like it's
Yeah,
required.
maybe like Aquaman and Flash are having some kind of talk, or something that's going on, and
Yeah,
then it's like we all just kind of look at each other like, all right, bro, like this is a good time
yeah,
to go ahead and pause it and pop some more popcorn, get some more snacks, and come back and finish the
yep.
movie. But I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped.
I'm
I know
pumped
you're
too.
pumped,
Oh,
bro.
I'm super pumped. And
Because you like the original Justice League, like, so I
yeah,
know you're gonna be juiced
I
for
liked the original Justice League, and so moving into this next one, which is also related to the Justice League, is that its release date is on March 18th, 2021. So just right around the corner.
right around the
And
corner.
so, and again, this is on HBO Max.
Day that isn't that the same day that we get Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I think we get Falcon and Winter Soldier a couple days earlier. I could be
Oh,
wrong.
okay,
Or
but
wait,
we're
no,
gonna have a
wait.
long day. That is gonna be
If that's
yo.
a Friday, then yeah, it's going to be the same day. I'm thinking about it now.
Hold on, let's see,
Oh,
bro.
okay, okay. So it's the day before. Wait, did I say the
Okay, yeah, it comes out the day before,
day
so it comes out
before? Okay.
Thursday, and then
Oh, wait.
Falcon and Winter Soldier's on night. Yeah, that
We
makes sense.
watched WandaVision on Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday night though. So Wednesday night at midnight,
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
that movie will come out, and
Yeah.
then Thursday night midnight is when Falcon and Winter Soldier. Are we doing midnight? Are we doing midnight views for these, bro?
I mean, I'm down. 4 hours though
4
after
hours,
midnight.
bro? Yo, we're gonna
It's,
have to take a nap. We're gonna have to be nocturnal for that day.
it's gonna be intense. I have class at 8 in the morning, like low key.
You're gonna get that 4 hour nap. Now,
Yeah.
not really 3 hour, because we're gonna have to make a video about it right after we
Yeah.
watch it.
That's literally what's gonna happen. And then, well, first, and then we're gonna have to edit it, post it.
Exactly.
Maybe an hour and a half now. Maybe an hour and a half. Maybe an
Hey,
hour because of rendering. I don't know.
hey, like whatever it takes, bro.
Whatever it takes. But I probably just pull an all-nighter. Just sleep during the day. That's cool. It's cool.
Exactly. Who needs sleep?
Yeah.
Yo,
But
I am pumped, man. I can't even begin to explain how pumped I am for that one though.
mhm.
I know it's gonna be amazing, man. I'm ready, bro.
And with
Um,
that,
yeah, but
we
with
got
that,
we
yo,
got
we have another announcement with the Justice League, man. We have our official first clear look at Jared Leto's Joker from Justice League Snyder Cut. And if I do say so myself, it's amazing.
pretty legendary.
Bro, I think
I'm
this is
actually
so much.
shocked we still have him in this movie. Because he's not in the first one, so this is pretty awesome. And I'm curious to know if this was like just a random ad or if this was something that they had put before but just decided not to do it. So I'm excited to see.
I think I seen a tweet that said that he always wanted Jared Leto's Joker
Mhm.
in the movie, but they wouldn't like let him put him in there.
Yeah.
So he was like he took the opportunity to do it. But I think every single thing about this movie is going to be 1,000% better than everything we've had up
Mhm.
until since what is it, Superman?
Yeah.
Everything since Superman. This is going to be like better than all of it. Like that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm pumped, bro. Jared Leto looks amazing as the Joker right here. I hated how he looked in Suicide Squad. This is
Mhm.
so much better. He got the makeup. It's a combination of the Suicide Squad Joker and Heath Ledger's Joker. It's a
Mhm.
combination of those two
Cool
together, and
combination.
it's a cool combination. I couldn't have said it better myself, brother. Yeah. How do you
Um,
feel about this Joker? How do you feel about how
you know,
everything like his part
I'm
in the
curious
trailer?
to see if this Joker is the same Joker from Suicide Squad. You know what I mean? Like what if that scar on his face and everything like that is the same scars he got after he crashed his helicopter in Suicide Squad?
Oh yeah, it is the same Joker as Suicide Squad. I thought that was something
That's
confirmed.
that's probably what it is. I don't know off the top of my head if it was confirmed or not. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but again, regardless, I'm happy we have him,
Yeah, he
and
looks.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to see what happens.
Mhm.
Yeah, fucking amazing.
Yeah, and I think we got a couple other photos related to that, don't we?
More from for Joker.
Yeah, and all the other stills from WB or just the Justice League in general.
I didn't know that those were all tied into.
Oh,
Okay.
it's all good then. I mean,
Yeah.
Joker was the primary part.
Yeah. Oh, and okay, I see it. Boom, and then we got
So we got Darkseid,
yeah.
and then I don't know I think it's Granny Evil. I think that's her name.
Granny
I'm not
Evil.
too sure.
It is Granny Evil. You're right.
On the right side, and then the left
Mhm.
side, I don't remember that dude's name.
That makes two of
Um,
us.
but again, I know the WB is working on a something gods. So movie or series. I'm not too sure, and I think it's going to delve deeper into them specifically. Um,
Mm.
so I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty.
Sounds awesome. I didn't know that. That sounds awesome. I know
I
in the comics, uh,
mhm,
Granny is wild. She
mhm.
is not a nice person. Very similar
Yeah,
to Ebony, but kind
yeah.
of like ramped up to 1,000, I
Mhm.
guess you could.
And again, I can't say I'm a huge fan of the way they made Dark Side look like, but this picture definitely makes him look way better than the
Mm,
initial reveal.
yeah.
Um, and again, this is one of those things we're just gonna have to wait and see how it comes out because it might be like a slam dunk for DC, or it's gonna be another. Yo, is that a blurred line on Henry Cavill's face. Like, what? What is that? Where'd the money for CGI go? Like, what?
Yeah, man, that's wild.
So, yeah, and I think we have a
We
lot
got
to look
one
forward
more.
to regarding Justice League.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to look forward with Justice League for sure.
Oh no,
Oh, you got the triple C's coming up.
low key. I don't know. I have to throw my laptop on accident.
We have another Justice League poster right here with the
Yep.
date, March 18th, looking real saucy. Um, have we seen any of the Justice League, like the symbol, in any of the movies before? Or
Yes, I believe
okay,
so. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we do see that
okay,
logo. Um, I'm not too sure though. With that said, they released 3 posters. This is one of them to kind of highlight the 3/18/21 release.
mm,
Um,
there's
and
another one.
I thought it was a cool way. Obviously,
Really,
they've done a pretty good job advertising this upcoming movie, and so I think I hope that they have a huge spike in HBO Max subscribers because of this movie.
oh yeah.
Um, because I'd like to see what they do after they release it. Like if it's a huge success, what are they going to do? Because I know WB apparently doesn't have any plans to do a part 2 or anything like that. But
Mm.
if they do so good, then they're going to have to. Like there's no way that they just can't not do another Justice
Snyder,
League. Yeah, Snyder cut.
yeah,
Yeah, if it does really
just
well. So
I know he's probably not going to want to work with them anymore because of all the BS and whatnot,
mhm,
but they might have to, dish out the chunk of change, man, for him because look at this. This is one of my favorite posters right here with this whole,
mhm,
just the cracked symbol, like looking like it came straight off of the building. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I've never seen the Justice League building in any of the movies, but I might have to go back and like watch them. But I
yeah,
know this sign is from their building. Like I know the cartoons. I really like that one. But
mhm,
this next one with the flag is really just symbolic, yo. And
yep.
that is one that kind of hits. That's the one that's like, bruh, they really very, to me it's very similar to when Marvel was putting out the whatever it takes with every single person.
Oh
um
yeah.
you remember? And they had every person that survived the snapping,
Mhm.
and they said whatever it takes. And that was amazing. You know what I mean? That was amazing. And this seems very similar to that.
And you know what? And I think because originally in part 2 of Justice League in Snyder's original cut, the first Justice League we were supposed to get their hands were they were supposed to get their ass beat by Darkseid.
Mm,
And I think that's what we're going to see, considering like what looks like a Justice League base of some sort is destroyed. And so we'll probably get to see that in this movie, because obviously they have no plans for a part 2, so they're going to cram everything they can into this movie to make it the movie that they wanted.
what I would love is if they started the movie kind of with like Batman v Superman.
I think
you know,
that's I think that's what they're doing.
I
Um,
think that's gonna be the best thing to do. Like, kind of start from the end of that movie, and then just kind of go
mhm,
forward with the
yeah,
timeline until the Justice League movie. I think that would be freaking amazing.
because
Um,
in the latest trailer we see Spider-Man, we see Superman with a much gorier take on his wound in his
mm,
chest as he screams in the air with in pain from the stab.
just
Yeah,
scream, freaking blowing smoke and the like, making the fire blow away. It was
yeah.
beautiful.
And I
I
think that's
think
what that's gonna be like the first thing we're gonna see. I feel like I think that'd be pretty cool though to do.
mm,
I agree with you on that one.
this this still of Henry Cavill as Superman with the red eyes, black
Yeah,
suit, freaking amazing,
clean,
man. Super clean. I think like you said, they're doing an amazing job with the marketing for
definitely.
this. And last but not, yeah, the last one. really good look at Jared Leto's Joker.
Yep. And in this particular scene, I think the Batman actually just joined in the room, and we see this in the trailer as well. Batman's supposedly in front of him, and they're having a conversation. We're not sure about what, but
Mm,
we'll see what happens. And again, this takes place in the version where the Justice League's already been beat, and so they have to come back and beat Darkseid. Um,
mm,
so the Earth is basically all rubble at this point, if I'm not mistaken. So
okay.
we'll see how
Man,
that pans out.
I'm down. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving how everything about DC makes it very dystopian and
Mhm.
just death like, and when they lose, they lose. They lose tremendously. We kind of see the same thing with Marvel, but with DC, man, they make it like it. There's they don't have like just like a Tony Stark that can just make something and just build everything back the next
Yeah.
day. Like, nah, bruh, the whole city is gone. You know what I mean? Like, it's not coming back. Like,
Mhm.
uh, yeah. So I'm just like you said, bro. I'm really, really pumped to see the direction that they take all of this for the future, and
Mhm.
I can't wait to see it, man. I'm not the biggest DC fan. They haven't done any better with the movies that they've been making on swaying me to become a DC
Yeah.
fan.
I
But
understand. I understand.
Snyder Cut though, it's a start for me being on the hype of
Mm.
what they might be able to get on the level of this is some good movie watching.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Moving on up to the east side, man. We have some breaking news. Gina Carano, I believe is how you say her name,
I think that's how you
has
say it. Yeah.
fired and will not return for season 3 of The Mandalorian over insensitive social media posts. Oh man, and we see this actually occurring pretty often now, especially with Disney. Once you sign the
Yeah.
Disney contract, man, you gotta watch everything you say, and you gotta basically purge everything you've ever said before.
You know, so I know what she said.
hmm
Obviously, what she said is not something that everyone would agree with.
What is it that she is it like bad what she said or
It's not racist. She just compared. And again, this is we're not talking like I'm just
we're not
simply
agreeing?
I'm
Yeah, we're
simply restating what she said.
not,
Um, she basically said, if I remember right, she basically compared um, being Republican to being Jewish during the Nazi occupation.
yeah. What?
Like she's referring to like us people as the Nazis and then Republicans as the Jews. That's kind of like what she's kind of hinting at. And a lot
Jeez,
of people didn't like that. Um,
that's intense.
and
She,
quite
yeah.
honestly, I don't think it was Disney. Like, I don't think she signed anything that say like, "Hey, you can't." Like, I mean, we're not holding you against anything in terms of like what you say. However, if we have a big enough backlash in terms of like the community or what people say, then we might look into get terminating you. And I think that's what happened. They kind of
Look at the Guardians of the Galaxy guy. I can't think of his name right now, right at the top of my head, but James Gunn.
yeah,
Same thing that happened to him, but it was for past things that he had said that
yeah,
were, against the new wave of whatever the thing is. And
yeah,
it's that Disney contract, man. They have too many endorsements. They got too much money going to too many places for them to. And I believe I saw something on Twitter that said, if we it was like if we were to keep her, it would be just pushing everyone away from Disney or pushing people away from Star Wars. Basically,
yeah,
is what the quote said. I'm not sure who that quote was
yeah,
from, but it was just like man, you can't. It's just very insensitive to just kind of say something like that. I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know what it is about people, and I believe they're called anti-Semitic. I think that's what the term is for the
yeah.
comment,
I think that's
like
the
when
phrase.
it's
Yeah,
like towards anything of Jewish relation. And I just, man, I don't know, yo. I don't know what's going on with people saying this wild
mm,
stuff. especially when they have a term of influence of some kind. It just doesn't really make sense to me. You got to watch what you say. Uh,
Definitely.
but hey, man, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that they should write her character out? Do you think they should just kill her off screen? Do you think that they just shouldn't
So
have her anymore? Recast her, new
I think
character.
they're simply just gonna recast her and
Yeah, well, a
because
Batwoman.
she was supposed to get her own show, which was the Star Wars Squadron show. Remember? Or the She was supposed
And,
to be like the main person in that show. Uh, but after what she said initially at the end of last year, which kind of she got flack for it, and that's when the whole trend on Twitter was like saying fire Gina Carano or whatever.
I don't remember
Um,
that.
and then this happened, and this was like the last straw, apparently, or something like that. But I again, we haven't read a whole lot into it, so
Yeah,
we're not going to say too much. But she has been
just like
fired.
yeah. I just man, that's too bad that she she's gone.
Yeah.
I did like her character on The Mandalorian. I think she played a good part of everything. I like how they came back to her in the second season.
Mm,
I was really man, that's just too bad. But at the same time, it is what it is in show business. You got to kind of watch
yeah.
what you do, say, and whatnot. So man,
Yeah.
I just hope to see, you know, some. I can't wait to see how they, I guess, recover from that. Maybe give Ming Na Wen her own show instead. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I've seen her being casted not only in the Boba Fett, not the Boba Fett, but you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Jango Fett show or whatever. And she's not only in that, but I think I've seen her casted in the Bad Batch actually. So
Mm,
that'll be pretty amazing to see. I think that she's a great character. You know what I mean?
yeah.
She some Agents of Shield, so I would love to see how she does with the whole if she got her own show. But at the
Mm,
same time, Mandalorian's amazing, so it's
yeah.
not like I was watching the show for
Yeah.
her.
I agree.
But it's too bad though. At the same
Hmm.
time, her career and whatnot. But for the show overall, I don't think it's gonna. I don't
Yeah.
think it's gonna be a grand thing. I just hope they give her a good sign off.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. I will. Okay. So again, I hate what she said, but I also don't agree the way it went down because she didn't know she got fired until she saw it on social media.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So the way it was really cold, the way it went down. Um,
Dang.
I can't agree with that per se, but
That's
again,
super
it
cool.
happened. Um, to not have the respect to at least let her know first before it blew up on social media. It's a little messed up, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But
No,
again,
that's cold, bro. I didn't know that. That's
yeah,
cold.
yeah. That's what she's saying. That's something that she tweeted out um, as like her first response in terms of after hearing that about the firing thing. So
Dang.
yeah,
That's
not
cold.
cool for anyone, I suppose.
That's not cool, bro. That's
Uh,
not cool.
yeah, and so I hope it doesn't become a president, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
say something someone doesn't like. Oh, sorry, you're gone. We can't.
Yeah, you're
You
out
know,
here. No, well,
I,
I mean, it is a president thing, man. It's called cancel culture, and it's been something that's been very present in our
that's true.
society for a while now, bro. Like that's why I made the relation to James Gunn. He got canceled. You know what I mean? That's just what happens. These people get canceled, but then once they say their dues or whatever, they're able to kind of come back, or they're able to not come back.
Yeah,
That's what happened with Cannon. You know what I mean? He got booted off of his own show for what he said. If you don't like if someone doesn't like what you say, you're getting silenced, buddy. You're
yeah.
getting silenced. And if
Unless you're
people
Dave
don't,
Chappelle,
yeah, exactly.
where
But
you don't.
hey, yeah, but at the same time, I will say if people don't see that they freaking banned the president of the United States from all social media, they're gonna do it to anybody. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? People got to be kind of some type of conscious of what they're
yeah,
speaking.
I agree.
But hey, I agree with you though that it was not right that they didn't at least let her know that she
Yeah,
was fired before making a statement about it. That's disrespectful.
yeah, it's super disrespectful. But moving on. Sorry, got a
Sorry
little.
about that. We kind of
Yeah,
went on a rant a little bit
yeah.
about that. It can't
Um,
happen.
Huge The Last of Us news. Bella Ramsey has been casted as Ellie, and Pedro Pascal has been casted as Joel for an HBO Max series, The Last of Us. I'm happy, but I'm not as excited as I could. I wish I could have been.
Man,
Um,
I understand. I remember when the announcement happened. You were tripping. You were like, "Ped, what? Why
yeah,
is he going to be Joel out of everyone you could have chose?" You
mm.
know?
There was a couple people that a lot of fans were hoping to have, but I guess Pedro Pascal having the get it's the same concept. I mean, he has to care for a kid that he kind of got
Mhm.
thrown in the Mandalorian, and I think HBO saw that and were like, "Yo, what if that was Ellie?" And then
Ooh,
they kind of use that show as like his casting call type of thing,
it's not
like
showing face at all.
yeah. So and I think that's why he got the part because of Mandalorian.
Oh, I could
Um,
see that.
if he
Oh,
didn't do Mandalorian, I don't think he would have gotten the part. If I'm being blunt.
oh. I kind of with this casting, I kind of think that I would have liked to see dude who got cast as Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac. I
Oscar
think I
Isaac?
would have liked to see Oscar Isaac as
Really?
Joel. But I don't
That,
know
that
Oscar
could that
Isaac.
could that could work, I guess.
I don't know him as an actor though.
Mm,
You know him more than I do. So just from what I know from Star Wars, I think
mhm.
he might be able to play that role pretty well. Um, I would have liked if they gave someone else it rather than him, but I
Yeah.
understand when there's a good actor on some type of wave, everyone wants them.
Mhm.
So I can't be too mad about it. But you
And
know,
with Joel, I think a lot of people wanted. I don't know the actor's name, but he's a Lannister in Game of Thrones, the oldest brother. If you watch Game of Thrones, you guys know what I'm talking about. Um, but I think he would have done great. As for Ellie, um, the girl who they casted is also from Game of Thrones, and she did an amazing job on that show. So I'm not going to bash her on her acting abilities. But I feel like they could have chosen something better for Ellie as well. But I'm also not sure what age group that they were trying to look for
mm,
because it might be perfect. But I'm not sure where they're going with the show quite yet. So we'll have to wait and see how they see how it comes out.
yeah, man. Hey, game's amazing. Both of them are. So I'm really pumped for this. I thought that PlayStation was doing their own service or something where you would be able to get all like they were planning on making video game like I mean
Oh,
movie
like their own Xbox
video
Pass type of
game.
thing.
No, they're trying to make like their own Netflix thing. I thought, and they
Oh, okay, okay.
their own video game movies,
Mhm.
like in shows like for God of War and all of
Yeah,
the different stuff. So I'm interested to see if maybe instead of going that route, maybe they partner with HBO Max and they start going through HBO Max with a lot of these different Sony things, Sony original movies, basically
yeah.
their video games, but through HBO Max. I think that would be
I think it's a better opportunity, honestly.
a better opportunity and amazing idea.
Hmm.
Unless because the only thing I could see other than that is like them trying to wrap it in with their PlayStation Plus and
Yeah,
like add it and then raising the price. But then it's
yeah,
like no one even is going to care that much about it. You know what
yeah,
I mean? I don't think people are going to care much about it to buy it. Like
yeah. It's gonna be another DC universe before HBO
exactly.
Max.
And that's what and so I think that they're gonna see that happened with DC Universe, and then actually just go with HBO Max right off the bat,
Hmm.
or maybe
Yeah,
with one of these other companies. Maybe this is a
yeah,
trial run for The Last of Us. I'm
hmm,
pretty sure that's a PlayStation exclusive, isn't it? The
yeah.
Last,
It's PlayStation exclusive.
so maybe we could get God of War, and all. I would love an Infamous show. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
I didn't get a chance to play Infamous, but I remember getting on my Game Informer. It was like the main cover at the time,
I love
and looked
Beautiful.
exciting.
That was a beautifully written game. But moving on up to the east side one more time. Uh we have check out this newest poster from Cruella with a
Mhm.
trailer being released soon, or I think it's already released.
I think the trailer's already released, but there is a poster, and it's actually pretty cool. Um,
Hold on. I don't think I actually
Go
grabbed
ahead.
one. That's my bad.
Oh,
Here it is, right here.
In terms of Cruella, though, I mean, I loved 101 Dalmatians. It was a good movie, but I also don't. I want to know what's the purpose of making a Cruella film? Uh,
I
you
think
know,
I understand what you're saying.
like it could be because I haven't watched it in a long time, but I just want to know the thought process. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make a Cruella film. Um,
I
and it
think
might
it's
be amazing.
because Cruella is one of those characters. You know what I mean?
Mm,
She's just one of those characters. I'm sorry, I had to upload
like
that
one of
pic.
those
She's
iconic characters.
yes, like Maleficent. You know how they gave
Yeah.
her own movie? I think it's very
Okay. Yeah. I
that.
guess it would make sense in that. In that.
Like she is an iconic pop culture character. You know what I
Mm,
mean? When you hear the name Cruella, you know what it pertains to. You know who it is, and in some
mhm,
cases, people know about Cruella Deville who've never even seen 101 Dalmatians
mhm,
because of just that the pop culture reference of being evil. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like she is a Cruella. You know what I mean? She
Mhm,
is the devil because you know what I mean. Cruel devil. They just play on that wordplay all the time. Uh,
mhm,
I what the biggest thing that had me surprised was the casting of Emma Stone being Cruella and
mhm,
the time period of Cruella because she's super young. And when we see her in the movie, she's like Yzma from she's like Yzma old from Kronk's New Groove. So
mhm,
uh, it's I'm very excited to see how this plays out, how this goes, how she plays the role of Cruella, what's going on. Maybe it shows us how much of an animal like enthusiast she is,
mhm.
trying to get these different what's it called like the animal prints and whatnot. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I'm pumped. Actually, I'm low key pumped. I think Remy is really going to be pumped for it, so I'm pumped for it for the sake of her being pumped for it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's
Mhm.
gonna be pretty amazing.
All right. Um, and moving forward, this is exciting too because, like, again, we have I think it's what is it, Marvel 360 on Disney Plus.
Yes, I believe
Uh,
that's what it's
I
called.
think that's what it's called. That just came out. But Marvel's Assembled is a new series that's going to be coming out on Disney Plus, and it'll show behind the scenes of Marvel shows and movies. And the first episode, featuring the WandaVision episode, will be coming out on March 12th on Disney Plus.
I believe that is like the week after we have
Mhm. It's the
one.
weekend. It's in between. We get
Mm-hmm.
uh, Captain America and Winter Soldier, or
Yeah,
no, not Winter Soldier, but Falcon and Winter Soldier. I apologize.
man, it's so hard to keep up.
Mhm.
uh,
uh,
but yeah, I like that. I've never been a fan of watching the behind the scenes type of stuff.
mhm.
I don't want to break the fourth reality for me personally. You know what I mean? But I like
Yeah,
a lot of other people love stuff like that. But for me, I don't want to see the wires and the blue screens and the green screen. I don't want to see that.
yeah,
I don't want to see any of it. Uh, I just don't. My brain doesn't want to see it. I don't want to see
mhm.
it. But I know that's awesome and it's Marvel content. And I know there's probably going to be like director commentary and amazing
Mhm.
stuff like that. And I'll watch some YouTube videos for it. But I don't think,
Yeah. Small Easter eggs that we're going to see that we didn't even notice are going to be on there. So I think it'd be pretty cool. Just kind of give us some bigger, more, what's the term? What's the, I can't think of the term, but more substance to the stuff that we love. More lore into the movies and shows, um,
oh,
and
it
how they're made.
was like a behind the scenes type of thing.
I think it's both.
Oh, this is how we made this. Like,
Mhm.
shot like and then it's like boom or are you talking like more storyboard
I think
like
it's more storyboard, kind of like how they made the decisions that they did,
okay
and it probably could be that as well. Kind of a little bit of everything. I feel like.
um
I don't know if it's just gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be like, oh, this is how we did this, like, in terms of like technical stuff, but
yeah
more of everything as a whole. And so I hope
well,
that's the case at
sounds,
least.
yeah that sounds amazing
Yeah.
uh, I'm down for that especially
Mhm.
with the WandaVision. I really like how they did Marvel's Legends, like how they
Mhm.
did that. I can't wait to see Falcons and Winter Soldiers when that comes out.
I
I
agree.
wait. I think that's going to be amazing. How we watched it beforehand and then
Mhm,
watched the show, it made it just feel like I don't know. It just kind of brought it
mhm.
together for me, and I can't wait to do that again. And I hope they
Yeah.
have it out on time at least.
Mhm. You know, I'm kind of curious as to why they didn't just use Marvel Legends to do the same thing.
Mm.
You know, because we kind of did do the same stuff, but
And that's I think it's more of the background.
maybe there's another purpose. Yeah, but we'll see. Regardless, we're gonna check it out, see what we think,
Yeah,
and then determine if it's worth watching, type of thing,
yeah.
and
Is
we'll
it
go from
worth
there.
a watch?
Yeah.
But moving right on back to DC. So not even surprisingly, we got a whole bunch of DC and Marvel news today.
Yep.
Sasha Cal, I believe, has officially been casted as Supergirl for The Flash. Now, I remember when the TV show Supergirl came
Mhm.
out, I was not the biggest fan, and that Supergirl actually made me not watch Batwoman because I was so
Yeah.
unimpressed with how
Mhm.
they did it. Honestly, like I was just like, ah, man, going from Arrow, Flash, DC Legends of Tomorrow to this, it was like DC Legends of Tomorrow was cheesy, but this
Mhm.
is like next level
Yeah.
cheese. It was next level cheese. So I hope they do a really good job with her in this movie. And
Mhm.
I don't know what kind of role she's going to play. Do you know?
We don't have a whole lot of information on the Flash, but we just know the casting. Obviously, we have uh, her, we have Ezra Miller, we
Hmm.
have the old school Batman, Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
right. I forgot about that.
we have Ben Affleck, so it's a stacked cast. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a good movie, hopefully. Um, and the director, he's done some pretty good stuff in the past, if I'm not mistaken, and so we have a lot to look forward to
That's
in,
awesome, man.
in
I'm
that regard.
ready for it, yo. I'm ready for it. I think it's gonna be amazing. Um, I wonder what everyone's roles are gonna be.
Mhm.
How do you introduce these new characters? Is it through this multiverse thing? The Flash is kind of starting to sound like Doctor Strange multiverse of madness
Mhm.
with
I
the
think it's
things and things like that.
I have a feeling that the Flash is gonna kind of go, obviously, go into alternate reality where there's Ben Affleck's Batman and then Michael Keaton's Batman, and then in doing so, instead of Superman, you have Supergirl, and that's who the Supergirl is. Um, and I
Mm.
think that's kind of I think that's the route they're going to be going. I could be terribly wrong. Maybe there's another world that they go to where there's Supergirl, and it just so happens that there isn't a Superman. Um,
Hmm.
but either way, I'm fine with in terms of
Yeah,
story. So I'm excited to see where they go with it.
yeah. I'm definitely excited. I love Flash. He's one of my favorite DC characters.
Mhm.
So I'm interested to see what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
interested to see where they go forward with this. I'm not sure who Sasha Cale is, honestly. It says she's been in The Young and the Restless.
I
Hmm.
feel like I know what that is, but I'm not too
Soap
sure.
opera. It's one of those soap operas. It's like the
Oh,
main
okay, okay.
opera, yeah. But yeah, so that sounds cool. Uh, I don't know. We don't know too much about this, so there's not a lot of
Yeah, not a
speculation.
whole lot to say, but exciting nonetheless. Whenever we get huge DC casting.
Yeah.
So, what do we got next?
Um. Why don't you tell me, brother?
Oh, you're right. I that was mine. I don't know why. Keanu Reeves has officially been offered the role of Craven the Hunter for a solo film uh, at Sony. Low key, he might have said no. If I'm being honest, uh, I just
Hype.
don't know. I don't know off the top of my head if he said no for sure.
Hype. He said no. I can't. I don't think that. I don't think he would do that, bro. I just don't see that. I don't see
Yeah,
that. I think the MCU is going to give him a beautiful role as someone. I don't know. As I don't see that happening. Um, I mean, it sounds cool. It might look good on paper, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the way to do it. I think they might be wasting him with using him as Craven the Hunter. Like just
Yeah,
personally, that's how I feel about it. You know, I
they
think that.
that is a good point. I feel like he is a little wasted as Raven the Hunt, unless there's a huge implication that they had planned.
Mhm.
Um,
And it
but
would have to be huge.
yeah, like several people are dying. Like that's how intense.
Literally, like
Uh, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I know a lot of other people had eyes for different people for this particular character.
mhm.
Um, but we'll have to wait and see. Again, Sony's kind of does their kind of whatever they think is best, and a lot of it is kind of like out there
Yeah.
in terms of news compared to Marvel. So we'll have to see what happens. Who who would you like to be? Do you have anyone on top of your head that you would like to
The person
have
that
spin?
I always think about is uh the agent from Suicide Squad. The dude, not the agent, but the dude, like the one that was in love with the witch.
Rick Flag?
Rick
I,
Flag. There you
I don't
go.
know. I don't know. I don't remember his name,
Yeah,
but
I don't
Rick Flag's here.
know his name, but I think he would be a freaking perfect role for that. I don't know
I
why,
think
but I think that would be amazing.
that was our initial guess because he got brought in to what
Mm,
movie was it?
he
Remember?
did get brought into something, and we were like, "Oh shit, he would be dope as Craven."
I
I
think it
remember,
was a Spider-Man movie, low key.
or was it?
I think it was a Spider-Man movie or Venom or
I
something
was
like
about to
that.
say, I think it was Venom. I think it was when they announced that they might be doing like the movies for everyone, for all of the villains, like the Sinister Six, but in
Yeah,
movie form for each character.
hmm that's a good. I would like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
He's a
Um,
really good. He's a really good actor too, and I think he would do a good job at that. I could see him hunting. You know what I mean? I don't see Keanu hunting. That's the
mhm,
biggest thing. I don't see him being a hunter. Like Keanu's like peace and love. Not like that, but you understand what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
he
you
doesn't.
haven't seen John Wick. You haven't seen John Wick, so you
I
don't
mean,
even know, bro.
he loves animals in that. So I just don't see him as a hunter.
Yeah,
That's just what I'm saying. Like I don't see the hunter. Like
Keanu's a cold-blooded killer, bro. You
I
don't
see
even
the
know.
cold-blooded killer, but I don't see the hunting prey. I just don't see
Uh,
that aspect. He doesn't. I don't think he embodies what a
yeah,
hunter is like. Just for me, was what I see. Rick Flag, he does much more. Like he embodies that hunter vibe. I don't know if you've seen Altered Carbon, but he's very John Wick like in that shit too. So
mhm.
I feel like he could get a. I think he's a good. I think that would be a good one.
You
Who do you
know,
think would be good as
super off the rail.
okay?
Uh, have you seen the show Meat Eater on Netflix?
Nope.
Okay, so let me actually. What's his name? Let me look it up real quick. So Meat Eater is a show about hunting, and the main dude is I
Oh.
think his name is Steven Ranella. Let me
Hmm.
double check this. I think that's his name. Yes, Steven Ranella. He's a really well known hunter. He's been on Joe Rogan, and like from what I understand, if you think of hunting, this is one of those guys that's huge in the industry for hunting. Um, I don't know if he does any movies or anything like that, but I think he might be a possible contender.
Okay. Okay.
If you watch the show, it's a really good show. Like if you're bored and want to watch something cool, watch Meat Eater. It's actually really cool.
Okay.
Um, that way you can kind of get a feel for like who he is and like as a hunter, and
No,
just
but
the way he kind of goes about it.
that seems like something that would happen too, because I think that would be smart to go with a hunter for a hunter. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That would be amazing. Looking
Yep.
at him, because I googled it when I look when you said it, and I googled him, and I'm looking at him, and then when I looked at him, the instant vibe that I got instead would be bruh from the boys.
That's the other person that people actually want is I don't remember his name.
I
I
can't
actually
remember,
had it up right here.
but yes, bro, I think he would be amazing as uh
Carl Urban, I think that's his name.
dang. That's that's a name. But yeah, he seems like he would be
Oh.
a good one.
Mhm.
He would be a good one, honestly. He fits the kind of vibe too. Even in the
Mhm.
boys, he has that kind of hunter vibe, but for people, and that's
Mhm.
the vibe that he has. Is like he
Yeah.
hunts, special species of people, very similar to how the nigga did in the boys. So I just would.
Mhm.
That's a good fit. I think that's a good fit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
With that said, we've just finished up, everyone.
yeah, man.
And
Jam packed episode.
yeah, huge, well, a lot of stuff to talk about. And
Yeah.
again, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please make sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts at Marvel Bros 23, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, where we post our stuff regularly. This episode will be put on there pretty soon. And also, don't forget
To
our
check us out on our website. That is www.marvelbros.com, where you can watch this live right now. And we go live every Sunday. We've been slacking a little bit, but we're back
yeah.
on track. Every Sunday from here on out, you'll be able to watch us live here on Facebook and on our website. Also, join our Discord. It is in the description below of this video, and it is in the description of basically all of our videos on YouTube and as well on Facebook. And make sure you guys tune in with us next week to catch up with the new pop culture news update.
Yep. And we'll catch you guys later.
Excelsior.
Peace.
All of Marvel Bros. Pop Culture news updates are now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. You can also watch Marvel Bros. Live every Sunday on Facebook.com, or you can watch them on YouTube where we upload regularly. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Marvel Bros 23 to keep up with all things Marvel and everything pop culture.